Bear with me through this. First, I want to thank you for coming today to celebrate this very special man. You are here because you love him, he loved you, or to show your support for us. And we couldn't be more grateful for your presence. By the number of people that showed up last night and all the faces that are here today, I know that he touched so many lives, and I'm thankful to be his granddaughter. When Papa asked me to speak at his funeral, I was shocked. Actually, I answered a phone call. I got off the phone call and he said, "You're a good speaker. Can you speak at my funeral?" I said, "Hold up." What? I blew him off. I said, "Let's not talk about that. There's still life to live." He said, "No, I'm serious. Can you speak at my funeral?" How can you turn him down? Here we go. How do you call him Harry, Harrison, Brother Harry, friend, uncle, daddy, coon hunter, cowboy, perhaps some names that shouldn't be repeated. But for me and others in this room, it's Papa, undoubtedly his favorite title of all. He was my biggest supporter, my greatest fan, my mentor, my role model. In 2009, I wrote a letter, the most important person in my life, my Papa. The first person that I would call after my nursing exams with the greatest news, the first person I would call if I felt like giving up during nursing school. Usually the first person to call and sing each of us happy birthday. You can all recall those calls. Oh boy, how we will miss that. Granny, you were singing right along with him. He pushed me harder than anyone to get through school and taught me to reach for the stars and to never give up. Just last week, Austin and I were sitting in the room with him, and he said, "Timber, what are your plans? When are you going back to school?" He told me it was time I go. He wanted to know the plans for my future, so I told him I'll enroll in school in January. I'm not sure. Sorry. Thank you for coaching me through this thing called life. I'm not sure how I'm going to make it without you. To the best grandpa in the world, thank you for showing us what love is. You definitely taught us tough love too. Boy, I loved working with you and for you, but let me tell you, it wasn't easy. And anyone in this room that has done a job for him would agree. Cody Yandel learned how to mow his yard. There's a specific way. He would tell you in the house the instructions and then follow you and tell you the whole way there. And then stand right there beside you and point his finger and make sure you were doing it just right. For someone who could get so mad and have such a temper, he sure had a soft spot for his grandkids and great-grandkids. Let's talk about our memories. Oh, they're countless. Many, many nights in the woods coon hunting. Many nights in the roping pen, lots of times in the stand yelling myrtle and goose, and whatever he had nicknamed everyone else. Many laughs and a few tears. I'll cherish our memories forever. I think all the grandkids can agree that being in the woods coon hunting with you were the best. Mom and Cody might argue that being in the roping pen was even better. The time we all got together looking homeless in our daddy's camo and went hunting at Uncle Cody's bottom was such a great night. You probably saw the pictures on the slideshow. Or the time that he took us camping at the Galloway place. We slept in tents and drank from the creek. Me and Darby thought it was the coolest thing when he asked us to go to Ada, Oklahoma to the championship hunt. We even got to miss school. Herod Gilbert gave us heck about that one. The best part about that trip was the first night we were leading the hunt. The second night we let Sticker out and he struck sooner than anyone. We get up to the tree and I'll be danged, it was a possum. You can only imagine how mad he was and the beating and that dog got. Next, we would make him and Gran take us to Chili's and run his tab up, ordering an appetizer, a meal, and then a molten lava cake. If you know the tightwad he was, this didn't go over well. He went on and on about how expensive we were, but he wouldn't have traded it for the world. When we were with Papaw, he was always getting us into something. Skeet, I bet you can recall the day he pushed the gas a little too hard on the four-wheeler you were riding on the back about 5, 6, or 7 and fell off the back. That same day, we talked him into building us a makeshift sled to pull us behind the four-wheeler. Gran came home from the beauty shop and was not happy. Darby might agree that we considered ourselves the favorites, or perhaps just the ones that liked to aggravate him the most. I think each grandchild took a turn after aggravating the heck out of him, getting our finger smashed while he made us say, "On my bending knees, a king I see. I beg of you, O king, let me rise and cast without a scratch." And you had to say it just right or he wouldn't let you up. There was one day he was chasing me and Darby through the pasture on the four-wheeler, trying to hit us, mind you. And instead of hitting us, he flipped the four-wheeler over on himself. When I finally made my way to him, he was speechless. I said, Papaw, are you okay? No answer. I asked him again, no answer. I said, I'm about to call 911. And oh boy, did he pop up. We could have easily been the cause of one of his heart attacks. Sage, Darby, and myself loved basketball, but I'm not sure we loved it as much as he loved watching us play. He had so much fun in our games. Skeet, Rance, and Red, Papa enjoyed every second of y'all's baseball games. You could always count on him being there behind home plate or in the outfield yelling and eating popcorn. Bryn and Josie, y'all are the only girls Papa would sit through a dance recital for. He loved watching y'all show at the Jamboree and is very proud of you both. He loves that y'all share the same love for FFA, animals, and ag. He's proud of the teachers you've become. To his kids, son-in-laws, daughter-in-law, y'all meant the world to him, and he loved you first. We might just hold a more special place in his heart now. But he is proud of you all. He prayed hard for each of you. He prayed that you would all guide us and lead us in God's unfailing love, and that you have done just that as parents, aunts, and uncles. So thank you for carrying on his legacy. To my beautiful Gran, or as Josie and Bryn would say, Gouda. You have showed us what it means to be a faithful, devoted, loving wife. Just yesterday on September 14th, you and Papa would have celebrated 59 years. That speaks volumes, and is not something we get to witness very often in today's time. What a testimony your love for each other has been. You never once stepped away from him. You truly kept your promise to love him in sickness and in health. Y'all's love has taught me and others in this room what a relationship to look like. I might add that Papa made a point to keep the fire burning and the relationship young and alive and interesting. I loved watching y'all dance, smile, laugh, and pick on each other. Forgive me, Grant, but all the family needed some of his friends know what I mean when I say I loved watching him come up to you in the mornings and do this. And then seeing your reaction, it was just priceless. I'll miss those mornings. It just never got old. Papa loved you dearly and deeply, and I know you'll miss him so much. You're without a doubt his everything. God knows it wasn't always easy putting up with him or caring for him, but you did it, and you did it so well. Your relationship with each other is meaningful to me, and the lessons I've learned watching you is something I'll cherish forever. You and Papa have continuously stressed to us the importance of family, and God, I pray we never forget to gather with one another and have fun. There will be many firsts this year without him, but I promise to stay close and surround you with our love. I love you, Grant. I know one of the boys will fill his shoes by blessing the food and reading the Christmas story, something he never skips. Although we are laying you to rest today, Papa, we lost you a long time ago. The moment you quit working, joking, hunting, fishing, riding horses, going to church, and picking on people is the moment we lost our Papa, our daddy, and our friend. If he wasn't picking on someone, he wasn't living. I think all of us can agree that the most important lesson you have taught us was to stay strong in our faith, love the Lord, and to always seek his will in our lives. You are a true servant of the Lord, a man of God, and you prayed hard for us all. I'll miss the phone calls every week with you calling and asking had I been reading my Bible. And I'm sure you did the other grandkids too. You kept us all in check. I believe your proudest moments were watching us all get saved and baptized. You prayed hard for our salvation, and you continue to pray for us throughout life. Thank you for sharing the importance of Jesus Christ's love for us and what it means to be a Christian. You always let your light shine, and I pray that I never let mine go out. This is by far the hardest trials I've ever faced. You were so, so special to me. I can't even begin to explain how much you mean to me. I am thankful was able to be home with you and by your side in your weakest moments. I'm thankful you got to go outside a few days ago and get a breath of fresh air. I'm thankful you have been surrounded by those that love you. I hope you know just how loved you are. Although I had so much more to tell you, I stay strong knowing that one day I'll see you again. To know him was to love him. Thank God you're no longer suffering and all the pain is gone and you are healed. I just wish heaven wasn't so far away. As the song you and I used to sing karaoke to goes, I can only imagine what your eyes are seeing. Enjoy eternity with your Savior. I'll be up there one day. I hope we make you proud. I love you more than words can express.